यतः विश्वां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वदादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते दिक्कालाद्यनवच्छिन्नानन्तचिन्मात्रमूर्तये स्वानुभूत्येकमानाय नमः शान्ताय तेजसे. So we are doing this Vidya Paddhati, so which essentially speaks about the greatness of knowledge in comparison with other kinds of dhana that we have. So we did the verse Arturyati nagocharam kimapisham pushnati yat sarvada apyarthibhyah pratipadyamanam prapnoti vridhim param kalpanteshvapi na prayati nidhanam vidyakhyamantardhanam. So the next verse is Adhigata Paramarthan Panditan Mavamamstha Trinamiva Laghu Lakshmi Naivatan Samrunadhi Abhinava Madalekha Shyamagandasthalanam Madalekha Shyamagandasthalanam Nabhavati Bisatantuhu Varanam Varananam. So the greatness of Vidya and the one who possesses Vidya. After all, a man is considered Mahatma because of the virtues that he possesses. Similarly, a person is respected because of the knowledge he possesses. So therefore, greatness of scholars is because of the greatness of Vidya that they possess. So here in this verse, he is saying, Adhigata Paramarthan Panditan Mavamamsthaha. There is a certain tendency for people to ignore even scholars, provided they are having an upper hand in terms of power, money and so on. So here the message the poet wants to give is, just because you possess certain power, just because you possess certain resources by which you will be able to enjoy a certain command by distributing the wealth and may have certain luxury, comforts and so on and so forth, you cannot afford to ignore scholars or ill-treat them. Adhigata Paramarthan Panditan, see, Ma Avamamstha, may you not disdain the scholars. Okay. Treat them with disrespect. Which kind of scholars? Adhigata Paramarthan. See, Paramartha is the supreme truth, the supreme knowledge. So Adhigata Paramarthan Panditan, particularly Ma Avamamstha. Why? He is saying in the next half, Trinamiva Laghu Lakshmihi Naivatan Samrunadhi. So you may think that many people will be just moving around you just because you possess wealth, and these people will be moving around you because they care for wealth, this material wealth. But as far as these people are concerned, they hardly care for this material wealth. So that is what he is saying. Trinamiva Laghu Lakshmi. As far as they are concerned, it is just like Trina. So they don't associate great value for this material wealth. Naiva Tana Samrunadhi. Samrunadhi means it doesn't bind them. So normally wealth is considered to be a binding agent. So if a servant works for you, so what is the kind of bondage that he has? It is this transaction of the wealth. So wealth is normally considered to be a binding agent. Even if you ill treat a servant, if he has no other go, so he may be just moving around you. So anyatha gatir nasti. So this is how things happen. So even if a boss shouts at the worker, see, so he will not be in a position to quit the job and then move, because his hunger pangs will be troubling him. So he is worried about that. So whatever be it, I have to take the censure and still work for you. But as far as these scholars are concerned, he says, so they don't care. Okay, so that is what he is saying. Trinamiva laghu lakshmihi naivatan samrunadhi. Tan naiva samrunadhi. Abhinavamadalekha shyamagandasthalanam nabhavati bisatantuhu varanam varana. He is conveying this message through a beautiful simile. The simile is elephant. The elephant, so whose rut is flowing down the temples. See, he is saying Abhinava Madalekha. Abhinava is freshly coming out. Madalekha is the streak of the rut which flows. Understand? Abhinava Madalekha Shyama Gandasthalanam. So because of that, see, whenever there is a flow of a fluid, it will leave a certain mark. So that mark is what is described by him as Shyama Gandasthalanam Nabhavati Bisatantuhu Varanam Varananam. So Bisatantuhu is the stalk of a lotus. So the stalk of a lotus can never ever bind an elephant, and particularly an elephant, so which is under the spell of the flow of rut. Abhinava Madalekha Shyamagandasthalanam Nabhavati Bisatantuhu Varananam means of the elephants. Varanam, so there is a prasa here. Varanam is basically something which will arrest. So this lotus stalk can never ever bind. So too he is saying, so like the rut flowing, so it is something which they dwell on something else. So these panditas dwell on something else, and therefore this material or physical wealth does not really matter for them, and therefore it is your bounden duty, if you have to prosper, to keep them in prosperity with due respect. Okay. Read that. Athigata paramarthan panditan avamamstha trinamiva laghu lakshmi naivatan sambrunadhi abhinavamadalekha shyamagandasthalanam nabhavati bisatantuhu varanam varanam. In fact, there is a more popular verse which says, see, Swadeshe pujyate raja vidvan sarvatra pujyate. See, so if you don't care, so it doesn't matter to them. There are other people who can care for them. Swagrihe pujyate murkhaha. Swadeshe swagrame pujyate prabhu swadeshe pujyate raja vidvan sarvatra. Ambhojini vanavihara vilasameva Hamsasya hanti nitaram kupito vidhata Natvasya dugdha jalabheda vidhau prasiddham Vaidaghyakirtimapahartumasau samarthaha. In fact, the poet wanted to convey this message with a more profound example. So in the previous verse he said, in fact the previous verse and the other verses, even if you are a Raja, okay, you are a king, you cannot afford to disregard them, ill treat them. So in this verse he says, even if it were Brahma, so he cannot actually snatch away the wealth which they possess. So he is saying through that, through a beautiful simile, conveying this message. Ambhojini vanavihara vilasameva hamsasya hanti nitaram kupito vidhata. Ambhojini vanavihara vilasam. Ambhojini is basically lotus. Ambhojini vanam. So Ambhojini vanam means the forest of lotus. Okay. So essentially he is thinking of a pond which has plenty of lotus. Ambhojini vanavihara vilasameva. So think of a swan which is sporting in this lotus pond. Tasya vanavihara vilasam. Vilasameva. So the joy that it derives because of the sporting in that pond, if at all Brahma decides, being infuriated, he can only stop the swan from enjoying this pond. Ambhojini vanavihara vilasameva hamsasya hanti. So hanti means granti, he finishes. So all that he can do is only finish this. Okay. So stop it. Somehow he can deprive the swan if he thinks. So he can employ a fellow to pull the swan out, okay, of the pond, and therefore it cannot derive joy anymore. Hamsasya hanti nitaram kupito vidhata. Vidhata kupitaha. Vidhata is the creator. So even if it were the creator, all that he can do to the swan is to pull the swan out of the pond in which it is enjoying. What he cannot do is what is stated in the later half of the verse. He says, Natvasya dugdha jalabheda vidhau prasiddham vaidagdhya kirthim apahartum asau samartha. Asau means, here it refers to Brahma. Even Brahma will not be in a position to deprive the swan from enjoying the fame that it has because of the virtue that it possesses of splitting the milk and water. You understand? Dugdhas natvasya dugdha jalabheda vidhau. Dugdha jalabheda is splitting dugdha and jalam. Prasiddham vaidagdhya kirtim. Prasiddham, famous. Vaidagdhya kirtim. So the fame that it has acquired, so in separating this out is something which cannot be deprived by the creator himself. Natvasya dugdha jalabheda vidhau prasiddham vaidagdhya kirtim apahartum asau samarthaha. Read that. Ambhojini vanavihara vilasameva hamsasya hanti nitaram kupito vidhata natvasya dugdha jalabheda vidhau prasiddham vaidagdhya kirtim apahartum asau samarthaha. See, the message that he wants to convey is, so the quality of being a scholar is something which cannot be snatched away even by the creator. If at all creator decides, the creator can only put this person into trouble. But the joy that this person can derive out of the knowledge that he possesses, so is something, or the fame that he has acquired because of the scholarliness, is something which cannot be deprived even by Brahma. So that is the message that he wants to convey. So the greatness of the wealth of knowledge is conveyed through this. Keyoranina bhushayanti purusham harana chandrojvala nasnanam na vilepanam na kusumam nalankrita murdhajaha Vanyeka samalankaroti purusham Yasam skrita dharyate क्षीयन्ते खिलभूषणा सततम् वाग्भूषणं भूषणम्. So this is again a very beautiful verse where the poet conveys that if at all something can be considered as an ornament which is there with you forever, it is only this knowledge. Any other ornament that you possess is only temporal in nature, and it will not be decorating you as you progress in life. Something which looks beautiful for a small child will never ever look beautiful for a old woman. You understand? So these ornaments are not ornaments which will be there with you forever to beautify you. The only thing that beautifies you, which is there, which cannot be snatched away by anybody, is the ornament of jnana. See, Vak Bhushanam. Vak here refers to knowledge. Vak Bhushanam Bhushanam. In fact, so he starts with Keyuranina Bhushayanti. So, ornament after ornament he says. Na bhushayanti purusham haraha. Haraha, necklaces. So neither the bracelet nor the necklace is going to be adorning you forever. Keyurani na bhushayanti purusham hara na chandrojvala. Chandrojvala is Chandra iva ujjvala, that which is shining like the moon, or that which is glowing like the moon. Okay. Hara na chandrojvala na bhushayanti. Bhushayanti means adorn. So they do not adorn you permanently. Na snanam. See. So if you have been walking in scorching sun, so you will sweat a lot. So the moment you come in, after some time, some nice smell will start coming from your body. So then you have to go to bathroom and then freshen yourself. So then this is gone. So that also is something which gives you some sort of comfort. This snanam obviously purifies you. So snanam is also a certain ornament. So otherwise you will not be able to sit near the other person. You understand? Nasnanam. So this doesn't stay with you. You understand? The freshness that you acquire by snanam is not something which is permanent with you. Na vilepanam. See, nowadays, so a lot of cosmetics are there. So vilepanam is basically some sort of a cream which you apply. Okay. Na snanam na vilepanam. Anju antana thoru vaartha. There is a word called vilepanam, or cream kind of. Na snanam na vilepanam na kusumam. See, flowers. Nalankrita murdhajaha. Murdhaja is a word which is used to refer to that which grows on head. Murdhani jayante iti murdhajaha. So it refers to the hair, keshaha. So na alankritaha murdhajaha. So you may have, see, nowadays all kinds of dresses are being done for hair. See, people spend at least 2-3 hours on the day of reception. Okay. So to make it look as ugly as possible. Nalankrita murdhajaha Vanyeka samalang. See, recently I went to France. So there I was traveling in one of these trains. So there came a girl who sat next to me. So her hair was almost something like silver strings, you see. So the color was something like that. It was almost like silver. So then I asked, so is it something natural or unnatural? So she said, no, it is only unnatural, we have put something. So then I asked, so how much does it cost? She said, 700 euros. Can you believe? So that is the amount which people spend, it looks like. Okay. Nalankrita murdhajaha Vanyeka samalankaroti purusham. So now he says, Vanyeka samalankaroti. So he emphatically says, alankaroti itself adorns. So samalankaroti means permanently adorns. Vanyeka, it is only the knowledge. Samalankaroti purusham, and that too he says, ya samskrita dharyate. Samskrita means a refined knowledge. See, we may possess all kinds of knowledge, you understand? So there are various rumors which are being spread. That is also some sort of a knowledge, but it is something which is deluding rather. Okay. So, and because of the arrogance that this person has, he feels that whatever knowledge he possesses is the supreme knowledge, and that has to be inflicted upon others. So there is another problem. So that is why he is saying Samskrita dharyate. Samskrita vani means a very refined knowledge, okay, which will elevate you, which will elevate others, and this is what adorns. Samalankaroti purusham ya samskrita dharyate. So that particular knowledge, when it is possessed, so then it adorns you forever. Kshiyante khalu bhushanani satatam vagbhushanam bhu. All other ornaments kshiyante. Kshiyante means, see, they decay, okay, they perish, they are not with you forever. Kshiyante khalu bhushanani satatam vagbhushanam bhushanam. We'll do one more verse. Vidya nama narasya roopamadhikam prachanna guptam dhanam vidya bhogakari yashas sukhakari vidya gurunam guruhu vidya bandhujano videshagamane vidya paradevata vidya rajasu pujyate natu dhanam vidya vihinah pashuhu. So he sort of puts it more strongly. Vidya vihinaha pashuhu. The one who is devoid of this knowledge is almost like an animal. He is an animal. Okay. Pashuhu. So pashuhu because he does not know how to conduct himself. See, mere bookish knowledge is what is not referred to here. Okay. So the knowledge that actually makes a man behave like a man. Okay. So that which turns a social animal into a human being. So he is called a human being only if he is humane. Okay. So as long as that is not there, he is not a human being. So it is that. So sa vidya ya vimuktaye. In fact, the definition of vidya is sa vidya ya vimuktaye. Vimuktaye means, so it is not that you leave this body and go to Vaikuntha. That doesn't mean. So vimukti is enjoying a certain freedom, internal freedom. There is no binding. See? So that is what is called vimukti. See? In spite of all the troubles, you are free. You have a tranquil mind with you. See? So that is what is vimukti. Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. So that is what is referred to here. Vidya nama narasya roopamadhikam. So narasya roopamadhikam. So it enhances the charm of a person. You understand? Narasya roopamadhikam. And he says prachanna guptam dhanam. There are two words which are employed here. Dhanam is wealth. So the money that you possess, so earlier it used to be stored inside the ground. So now we keep it in bank. Okay. So you keep it in the form of gold, whatever it is. So whatever be that form, in big industrialist house, I have seen. Once I went to some farmhouse. Okay. so which will be outside the city somewhere. They have a special room, and this room will not be noticed by normal people. So once I really noted that, see, so you go somewhere down. So once somebody came, I was just living there for studying something, so in some ekanta for 4-5 days. Then one day this person came, that industrialist, apparently they wanted to take something from the house. So then I noticed, so this person who is in charge of the house, he goes to that some secret track and then goes down somewhere underground, and then there is a room. So you know what it is now, understand? So they have some place to store money, okay, that special money. So Vidya Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. So this Guptam Dhanam, see, Prachanna is something which is hidden. So Prachannam is one aspect, Gupta is another aspect. So Gupta Chara they will say usually, you know, Gupta Chara, spy. See, now what he is saying is Prachanna and Gupta both are used. So what do they convey? One is something which is sort of hidden, the other is something which is protected. See, those wealth which you possess are not Gupta. You may have Prachanna for some time, but so this Prachanna is not Prachanna and it can any time be snatched away. You understand? So the moment the other person knows that. But here this Vidya is something which is Guptam. Guptam means protected forever unless this person is finished. So even if the person is finished, the fame cannot be finished. You understand? So that is why it is called as Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. Prachannancha tat Guptancha. Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. Vidya Bhogakari Yashas Sukhakari. Bhogakari means, so it will fetch you all that pleasure that you want. It need not necessarily be the material comforts that is referred to here, but you can enjoy, you can dwell in knowledge by yourself. You don't need anything. Bhogakari Yashas Sukhakari. So that is what is conveyed. Bhoga is this physical material wealth which will be gained anyway through Vidya. Yashas Sukhakari. See, so Yashas Sukhakari, Yashaha eva Sukham you can think of. The other is Yashaha plus Sukham, both the ways one can understand. So it will fetch you name, it will fetch you happiness, it will fetch you happiness in the form of fame. Both ways you can understand. Yashas Sukhakari Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. Gurunam Guruhu. See, Gurunam Guruhu is, Guru is something which is to be respected. Okay. So Guru means Pujyaha. So one who is big, mighty. I mean, this is what normally Guru means. So teachers are referred to as Gurus, who are to be respected, venerated. So Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. So what is the Gurutvam in that Guru? It is Vidya. You understand? Gurunam Guruhu, it is a metaphorical usage. So what is revered in the revered person is this knowledge. Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. Vidya Bandhujano Videshagamani. Videshagamani. So when you move out of country, Vidya Bandhujanaha, you don't need to feel that you are isolated. So as long as this Vidya is there, you can keep dwelling with Vidya. You understand? It can give you the necessary comfort which is provided by the Bandhujana. Or rather, you can even think this way. When you go abroad, so it is because of Vidya, you will be anyway respected and there will be people who will be able to assist you also. Vidya Bandhujano Videshagamani. And then he says, Vidya Paradevata. Paradevata means, so it is the most divine thing that you can possess with you. Vidya Paradevata Vidya Rajasu Pujyate. Rajasu Pujyate means among the kings. So what is respected, what is revered is Vidya. Vidya rajasu pujyate natu dhanam. So not the material wealth. Vidya vihinah pashuhu, and therefore he says the one who is devoid of this is an animal. Read that. Vidyanam narasya roopamadhikam prachanna guptam dhanam vidya bhogakari yashas sukhakari vidya gurunam guruhu vidya bandhujano videshagamane vidya paradevata vidya rajasu pujyate natu dhanam vidya vihinah pashuhu. We'll stop here today. Om sarve sukhinas santu sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukha bhavet. Om